Welcome to Wednesday, Secular Soapbox Day here on the Skeptic Haven Network. I'm your host, Mike Wiseman. As always, I'll be joined by my favorite co-host, Apostacie. Today's special guest will be Neil604. Yay! Don't forget to like, subscribe, and support the network on Patreon. Let's start the show. All right, great show, everybody. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for taking the time.
Oh, that was easy. I need one
Welcome
of them
to the
Staples
show,
buttons.
Neil. Yeah, right.
That was easy.
Yes.
Actually, I have one of those at work. It's hilarious.
Thanks for coming on, man. Thanks for taking the time. Apostacie is always great to see you.
Yes.
Thanks for coming on. Thanks for
So good to
co-hosting
see
with me.
you. So good
Neil,
to see you too,
man.
Neil.
Yeah.
So how much did we have to pay you to get you on here?
A couple thousand. I think
A couple Lego sets?
$4.99.
Thank
that's
you.
how much.
There it
Thank you,
is.
Jamie.
Jamie, ding, 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 ding. Thank you, Jamie, for $4.99. We appreciate
Thank
the
you.
support 100%.
Couldn't buck up the extra penny, huh, Jamie? Totally.
We're happy with $4.99 over here. I don't know about Neil. Neil, tell us a little bit about what you do for those who actually don't know what you do.
For those
Not
who
very
don't
many.
know what I do, you're gonna have to be. If you're talking about what I do on YouTube,
Yes.
okay,
Yes, please.
not the
I-
OnlyFans, the YouTube part.
not the only right.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
try-
yeah.
Try and keep my shirt. No.
Jesus. Wes.
Blur that out, Wes. I talk with people about how they found their way free, or get out of belief systems, whether they be religious or even I've had a guru on, from an ex-guru from the world of woo, right? She was crystal healing and all that other nonsense.
Wow.
And she actually lives in my city, so we're supposed to go out for a beer at some point, but that hasn't happened yet. It's kind of
Did she consult the crystals first?
I think she was
Some people
reading
have
some
to.
of the suds in the beer, maybe. Beer suds reading, is that a thing? I don't know. I know
Yeah,
TV
it should
Should
be.
be.
I think we're going to start one now. It's a YouTube channel starting next week. And all three of us, we're going to read beer foam.
reading the suds.
Stacey thinks it's
Yeah,
a good idea.
so-
Thank you, Stacey.
That's what I do on
do.
the YouTube. There is that's my main thing, right? And then
Hmm.
of course I also co-host sometimes on the nonprofits. I haven't been on a lot lately, but things have been kind of all over the place in my personal life. So like with my mom and stuff like that. So I try to get on there for at least once a month. Probably not going to be in December, but I will be in January. I am at the end of this month. I'll be on nonprofits as well. And whatever else anyone wants me to come on and act like an idiot, then I'm there.
Hey, well, that's why we had you here. We can all act like idiots together. We can all just join in the fun. So why did you start the show? What made you do this? That's a lot of work starting a podcast.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess one day, I guess it was about 2011 or 12, I just started falling down the whole atheist YouTuber rabbit hole. And I was like, fuck, and after years of just tuning into like Atheist Experience and Seth Andrews and Aaron and stuff like that, I'm like, fuck, I could do this. And I liked the way Seth had interviews with folks about leaving their faith, right? And like, it wasn't what he focused on, but he had, a few episodes at least about that.
Yeah.
So, and I thought that's what I think we need more of that, because from what I'm to understand, it can really help people. And now, after doing over 450 episodes,
Jeez.
I've gotten many emails from people saying what I do has helped them. So I will continue to do that. It seems to be getting harder and harder to find people. So
Is
Well,
it
you
I'll
really?
do my best.
Repeat guests are always fun too.
Wow.
Yeah, I want to make sure I don't start repeating until I know I've got a good selection of first timers on there too. Like,
Yeah.
I'd like to get over 1,000
Yeah.
episodes before I start doing that.
Nice. Holy cow, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you get where do you source it from? Where do you find these people?
All over the fucking place.
Yeah.
I'll see somebody on someone else's channel. I'll see some like new followers that come up to me on Twitter, and I generally like, oh, I'm an ex-Mormon, I'm an ex-Scientologist, I'm a this, that, and I'll send a message as well. If you ever up for sharing your story on TikTok, I've been finding a bunch on TikTok lately.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So I just had a fellow on the other day who I saw on TikTok and had him on the show, and for some reason his name has now escaped me.
The TikTok guy.
The TikTok guy. He does a lot of live stuff, asking people to come on and prove God, right? He does a little live things and stuff like that.
Oh.
Huh.
Yeah. Shit. Now his name is just totally
We'll think of it. When you think of it, bring it up, because that's interesting.
I will.
I like that.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing the show? You got 450 episodes. Holy cow, how long?
I started it in 2018.
2018.
Right? And then it was in 2018 I started it, and then I went down to Faithless Forum in 2019. Just to check it out and stuff like that. And when I was down there, Thomas Westbrook, or Holy Kool-Aid, as some of you may know him.
Holy Kool-Aid. Yes.
Because I had called in to talk heathen and spoken with Eric and Jamie, so I got to meet everybody and hang out with them. And holy fuck, they're a great bunch of folks. And and Thomas took me inside and said, "Dude, we see what you're doing, and we really like it. And
wow,
we're 100% behind what you're doing here." And then the following, the pandemic hit, of course, so they had to bump it a year. But then I was a panelist at the following
awesome
forum. So I got to be up on
what was that like?
Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. And I've made some really good friends doing that down there, right? So any chance I get to go down for Faithless Forum, I'm there. And I've also did the Better conference that was run by Oz, right? So I wasn't on a panel or anything there, but Mikey and I went down and showed our support for Oz and the Better conference and stuff. So.
And that was the time you met Mikey in person, right?
It was the first time I met him in person.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep,
that's pretty cool.
We hit it off. Yeah. He's a lot taller than I thought he was going to be.
But not taller than you.
Yeah, maybe that.
Yeah?
Less tall, yeah.
Really?
Pretty tall, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I looked at him and I'm like, I saw him. He saw me, like we saw each other across the room at the airport, and I'm like, fuck, he's tall. And I was like, that's got to be him. So I went over there and big hugs, and then we drove in his car over to his place and met his wife, and now they're expecting.
No way.
Wow. Like a new
He
car?
told me
or
I couldn't
house,
tell
or
anyone. Expecting the stork to come by, Mike.
Oh, I didn't know they delivered this late in the year.
Yes, they spawned. They're about to have a child. So.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Mikey's going to be a dad. Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's like, can't tell anybody until we tell people. I'm like, okay.
Have they told people, or are you announcing this here live tonight?
Yes.
Okay.
He has
cats out of the bag.
Spilled the beans. Yes.
Okay,
Gotcha. Spill the beans, cats out of the bag. I love phrases.
Yeah.
So
Spill
the
beans.
stage
That
you
should be
were
like a
on,
metaphor.
did you give like a speech, or were you just on a panel?
I was just on a panel answering questions. Like
Gotcha.
Lauren would stand up there and ask us a bunch of questions, and we got to answer that. And then I was on a different one, kind of on in the line of deconversion type stuff. So we talked about some of the experiences and stuff like that they had there. I don't know if I have, to be an actual speaker. That's just not me. I can go up there and be on a panel, no problem, and answer questions. But I'm not that guy that sits at the computer going, I'm going to prepare a speech. No, man. I have never in my life prepared a speech. Every time I've gone up to do a speech, it's all come from off the top of my head.
Wow. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Including my dad's funeral, of which I called him a redneck. So.
Oh, jeez.
How did that go over? Was that okay?
He's in the NASCAR, right? And I ended
okay.
up with his Jeff Gordon jacket, and one of my first lines was, how surprised was I to find out that my father, and I held up the coat, was a redneck. And actually it got a bunch of laughs and stuff like that. So it was, which is good, because you want to bring a little levity in a situation like that.
Absolutely.
I miss my dad quite a bit, but But I'll never stop poking fun at the guy. I mean, we used to bring each other to tears at the dinner table all the time, right? Just with stupid humor, like fart jokes and stuff. And my mom used to roll her eyes at us. You just shut up. Right?
Oh my gosh.
That's what dads are for.
Yeah.
Fart jokes.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. Fart jokes and mishaps. Oh, we got a question.
Yeah.
Discovering Ancient History with Pat Lowinger. I'm guessing that's the name of his show. Holy shit, I thought Neil was still subject to that court order preventing him from going on YouTube. I heard his excessive use of EH was considered criminal. I'm not sure what EH.
Not in Canada.
Oh.
Okay,
I get
bud.
it, Neil. I get it.
All right, bud. Settle down there, bud. All right. I tell you what, I'll come over there, Pat, and bring you Timmy's and some Timbits, and we'll be all right.
Don't you
We'll
know?
get her done.
Just settle down there, bud.
That's a good one.
Goodness.
That actually kind of transfers into my next question too a little bit. Is the difference between my country and where you guys live, and what do you think of the American politics right now? The fervor of it all.
You guys are so fucked.
It's so true. That's my next show. We're all fucked.
That's a good name of a show. You're all so fucked.
I got a lot of things written on it already. It might actually happen.
I gotta say, I heard Bobert lost her riding or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but Green is still there though.
Yeah.
God, she's
one
nuts.
less brainless twit is better than no less brainless.
But she's like, I think she's like tops. I don't know. I find her like just over the top, just ridiculous.
Yeah.
She scares
of course.
me, for sure.
I mean, I can't remember if she had anything to do with it, but I remember just recently, like, this is the kind of thing I see that pops up in my feeds and stuff like that. Like, it was a newscaster on I guess someone was filming the TV.
Uh-huh.
And it says it's talking about how the windmills, the energy providing windmills that they use, are changing the orbit of Earth.
Oh yeah.
What?
Oh.
What?
Oh. I heard that one.
Propellers.
Aaron Coalson says you guys are fucked. Expert analysis you can only find on Skeptic Haven. There you go.
That's right.
You're first. It's official.
I don't, it's funny because you watch from the north side of the border, the north of the 49th.
Yeah.
And you watch, and you guys have just been spiraling for quite some time now, right? And
Yeah.
it just seems all of a sudden these wacko religious people are getting their mitts in there and getting positions of power, and things are just. I never in a million years, like, not that I even lived that long, but I never in a million years thought that Roe v. Wade would be threatened, or it's like, what? I thought that was like law, like you can't.
No. Now they took care of that. Jerks.
Jerks.
But was it Michigan? Something that said they're now going to be a state that allows abortion? Was it Michigan or Wyoming?
Oh man, I don't remember, but there was one, yeah. And now they're trying to ban them in certain areas, certain states. A bunch of stuff's happening for sure. It's scary shit. Do you guys have anything like that in Canada?
Nope. You can go get.
Do you have any Marjorie Taylor Greens?
We've got a share of wackos.
I'd say the trucker convoy leaders would be.
Or the new premier of Alberta.
Or that, yeah.
She's a bit of a nutter.
Canadian politics. Nutter.
It's different,
That's how we talk up here, eh?
We have fucking whack jobs. You guys have nutters.
We just have nutter butters.
Damn, now I want one of those. Thanks, Stacey.
You're welcome.
Those are
especially
awesome.
the chocolate ones, with the chocolate coated ones.
They make chocolate nutter butters.
Oh, we have good candy.
Is that only Canadian? Probably only Canadian.
I thought shit, we have these up here because I'd only ever seen nutter butters down south, right? So
I've never seen the chocolate covered one. I'm gonna look out for that. Thanks.
Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah! Get on that shit, Mike. It's not a case of need, pal. It's a case of want.
Yes, desire, more like it. It's terrible.
Yeah, exactly. Well, which reminds me of something else that I do is music. I'm a
That's right, you do.
The local band Luminous, which is Latin for on the threshold.
Wow, is it like an operatic band, or what do you guys do?
Oh yeah. That's me, Mr.
Oh.
Opera. No.
Puts it in
It's more of
pigtails.
our sound has morphed over time. We started out as like a dark, heavy acoustic-y kind of outfit, and then it changed, and we're like, you know what, these songs would sound so much better with some electricity behind it. So
Yeah.
we changed to electric, and then we kind of went harder edge for a bit, and we still have some harder edge songs, but now we've got stuff that's kind of, it's like, you know what, we're actually starting to show, our influences, like Zeppelin, Sabbath, stuff like that. Even like Neil Young, like some of our songs are the Rolling Stones. One of my buddies is like, man, that song of yours called Victimize, which is about seeing through victimized sort of thing.
Right.
He said, wow, that sounds really Stonesy. I'm like, thank you. so we're kind of a bluesy, kind of rocky, kind of,
like Britney Spears type.
Kind of
Backstreet Boys.
Spears,
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
I can see that. So I'm curious, Neil, where do you perform?
Where do we?
Where do you perform? Because like
the garage doesn't count though.
We haven't performed since before the pandemic.
Okay.
Yeah. Part of the problem is band members. Right? There's like two of us that are like the core. The original band I put together, there's only two of us left. That's myself and the drummer, Colin, who's a phenomenal drummer, by the way. Then Colin left the band for a while. And Chris, who's now our lead player, was our bass player for a bit. And now when my original lead player, Will, passed away, Chris became the new lead player. And so we now have a new lead player, and we just finally got a bassist that's phenomenal. The guy builds his own guitars. So he's phenomenal. Wow. And he's got this pedal board that's like the size of my car. Like you see tap dancing all over this thing.
Wow.
But he's really good. And Colin is a phenomenal drummer. He's done studio work for people and stuff like that. So and then there's me, the shitty vocalist.
We can't be that bad. I mean, they got you as the vocalist. Shit.
Yeah. I mean, all the
You're so modest.
Right.
All the music in my show is our tunes. So all the opening and closing stuff is all my music. So.
That's awesome.
YouTube's like, do you have rights to that? I'm like, fuck yeah, I do. I wrote them.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it when that
happens. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I have people
they say we got to
come at me.
It.
And
so I gave them all of we have an organization up here called SOCAN, which is artists and stuff up here, music artists, and we have all our shit listed. So I just showed them that page, and they're like, oh, okay, all right.
Nice.
There we go.
Nice.
iTunes, yeah.
Perfect.
YouTube.
For 1 second.
Mikey says you got golden pipes.
Did you sing to Mikey on your road trip?
Or across from the
conference?
I call Mikey every morning when I go to work because he's still up.
Wake up call.
No, he's still up. He just wants me to sing him to sleep.
Mikey,
there it is.
Prepared for fatherhood.
Yep. You're not going to be able to have these hours for too much longer.
No, you're not. Good luck with that.
Change your schedule.
Stupid time change.
I don't care. Somebody once described it as, it's like you take the bottom of a towel, cut it off, and sew it to the top. I'm like, no, it's not like that at all.
Wow. No.
I know. It's like, so you're getting a longer day. No, you're not getting a you're getting more daylight is what you're getting by doing that. And if you want to walk around in the dark, go by all means. Go ahead.
Turn off your lights.
I learned that there's some places that don't do it because they sit in an area where it wouldn't make a difference. So
I think
I lived in Arizona for a while. They don't do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it was nice. It was great. Everybody's like, I'm changing times. I'm like, I'm not. I'm just staying the same. Screw you.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be, honestly. Get rid of that crap.
I like the spring forward because fucking sun doesn't go down to like 11 here.
No.
Right? So it's great.
Holy cow. That's pretty late. That's pretty late. I don't know.
That's dangerous though, because you're out there going, yeah, all right, I got to get up at 4.
What are we going to do next? Exactly.
God,
let's go to the park.
Especially when you have kids. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. They don't want to go to bed. It's still light out. I mean, I used to use that excuse, right?
God, you sound just like my kids. Holy cow, Neil.
They got pretty deep voices, man.
Yeah, they do actually. So do you play any instruments or you just sing? Tambourine?
Growing up, yeah, I can play the tambourine and the triangle. And the juice harp, and also the kazoo, and I mean, of course, I can play those, but I can strum out a few notes of some 12-bar blues and stuff like that.
You don't have any solos then, so you're not up there like solo.
No, I'm not up there going. I'm not up there, with like Yngwie J. Malmsteen, like Yngwie J. Malmsteen, lest we confuse him with all the other Yngwie Malmsteens in the business. But,
right.
But yeah, I can pluck a little bit, and drumming a little bit, but I totally suck at all that shit. My instrument is the voice.
Nice.
So,
well, I think you should perform if you ever plan that Canadian conference that you've talked about. Maybe your parents could come and do a gig.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they'd love to do that. We'd love to do that, sure.
Are there any Canadian conferences in the works?
Oh,
we
great
do
transition.
Currently, with Canadian Atheists, which I'm the community advocate for. Randolf Richardson's president and founder, and he's now calling me a co-founder. I'm like, what?
Fancy pants over here.
But anyway, we do the last Saturday of every month. We've been having little get-togethers, and at some point we are going to have. There's nothing solid yet, but we're hoping that this coming summer we can have an event where people can come from all over the place. And I'd love to get Arn and Seth up here, and some folks, and they both said they'd do it. So
perfect.
I spoke to them about it. So get Shannon and Paula Gio over from the other side of the country.
That would be in Vancouver.
That would be here in Vancouver.
That would be in Vancouver. Yeah. So I'm only 4.5 hours away from Neil. Yeah. I used to live probably 20 minutes from you, and then I moved before we met. So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
And we're doing I think we're doing a little atheist get together in a pub at the end of this month, because we can't really do outdoor shit right now because it's a little chilly. It's
cold
right now. It's weird.
Snowy.
We went mid-October. It was still 25 degrees, which is I think 70 something in the US.
I was gonna say, wait, what? That's cold.
No, that's
Canadian weather.
It's not freedom units. It's metric stuff.
We're a little weird over here. It's
world
okay.
Use.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's true.
You guys are like, no, I don't want to be. I'm taking my game and going home. But
and we did.
And you
did. I think you and Myanmar and some other place are the only 3 countries left in the world that use it.
Wow.
Yep, you're in there with Myanmar. Myanmar, whatever the hell they're going. So we are planning. We do want to get something going. It does take some planning.
Yes.
And I think Randolph and I are going to get together very soon to talk about how we're going to plan this out. And if it doesn't work for this year, because it might be not long enough, because Thomas is like, dude, there's a lot of prep. He told me about how he does Faithless Forum. I'm like, would you be, on board if we did Faithless Forum North? And he's like, well, we could do that here. He goes, yeah, but he said he'd much rather have that in somewhere like Toronto, right? Which is a little bit more central.
No, everything goes to Toronto.
I know, that's what I thought. I said, fuck Toronto.
No.
The hockey team sucks.
Seriously.
Oh.
Not that ours is any better right now, but anyway.
No.
Seattle's doing awesome, though.
And so we get Seattle's very much like Seattle.
You're like
the city. We're like sister cities.
It's beautiful. Yeah. It's beautiful here.
Those earthquakes are both fucked. So there you go.
Okay.
Now the Kraken, I don't like the color scheme they picked.
Oh, really? I love it, man. I love that turquoise. I don't know. I hate their mascot, though. Holy shit! Why would you pick a troll? Anyways, we're going off on sports now.
You've lost me.
We've lost everybody.
Well, what does the Kraken have to do with Seattle? Why don't you call them like the Sockeyes or something?
Something. I don't know. I'm just glad they're doing good because I kind of like them right now. Sharks are my other team. They're like last place this year, so fuck the Sharks.
We're not much better than the Sharks, but
so sad when your team does that. It's like I just want a team that wins. God damn it.
We're close.
We're getting there.
So speaking of sports, do you play any sports like disc golf or anything?
Just go. There you go, Ollie. I do not. I haven't even tried disc golf. However, I played baseball for like 10 years.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So
Pitcher.
that was my
Catcher.
Oh fuck no! I was a fielder. I was out in like right center field.
So you were a
Because
catcher.
I had a really good arm, so I could catch the balls and then just whale them back in before Buddy could get a home run, kind of thing. So,
any pro? Any semi-pro?
No, I never did. I basically got into it because my dad was involved in the league in Richmond. So
Richmond, that's where I went to high school.
Virginia?
I literally lived right across the street. Stacy, right across the street.
Yeah.
From the big baseball diamond at McRoberts Field.
Oh, yeah.
My house is right across the street from the field.
No
That's where
way. Oh my gosh,
So,
I didn't know you grew up in Richmond. What?
Oh yeah.
That is so cool. What high school did you go to? Did you go to McRoberts? Sorry, I just want to know.
This is great. I love it.
No, my sister went to McRoberts. My parents didn't want me going to McRoberts because all my trouble friends were going there.
Yeah,
so
it wasn't a good school.
They sent me to Charles. I went to London, basically.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's Steveston, London.
Now, now they merged the two.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. It's just so cool. Like So I graduated from Palmer. So not
Palmer,
far from McNair. Yeah.
I tell you, I remember when Palmer and McRoberts
Palmer Griffins
when they got together and fought each other.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
We used to sit out in the park and go, "That's fucking great."
Aaron Coalson. It's the most Canadian show ever. It's so true. I love it. I've never even been to Canada. I'd love to.
I literally have Timmy's in the cup.
I do. I need to get out there.
You need to come. See,
one of these days.
It's cool because Neil is the 604 atheist.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
I can smell it from here. Ooh, Sawi boot. I can't even, Mikey.
Sorry about
left of my own.
A
boot. I need the Canadians to read this.
A boot. A boot. I'm just happy to have another Canadian on the show.
It's great.
Because
it is good.
Especially a Richmondite.
A Richmondite.
Yeah, the nickname for Richmond when I was growing up was Ditchman because it was full of
there's
6 feet below sea level, right? So in case
they built this whole city on
place.
Yes, it's built on sand.
We used to raft up and down the ridges. We'd build these big ass rafts and raft up there and catch frogs and rats and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Well, that sounds fun.
Yeah, a little pirate ship going up and down the ditches.
That's awesome. I'd do that now if I could. I'm gonna move to
Oh my goodness.
Cat says Canadians can't do Canadian. Oh,
Canadians
who can't do Canadian. Sorry, Neil. Go ahead.
The show is not sponsored by Tim Hortons.
I love Tim Hortons.
I've never been.
Well, I love their food. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like a hardware store or something. Every time I saw one, I thought it was a hardware store. Yeah.
No, coffee and donuts. Yeah.
It's like Dunkin' Donuts type thing.
I guess, yeah.
Do you guys have Dunkin' Donuts?
I think on the East Coast, not here.
Oh, we do. We have a couple.
But
they don't fare well up against Timmy's, so they don't really build.
That's crazy. We need one of those out here. I want a Tim Hortons now. That's hilarious.
It's good.
Yeah, Tim Hortons. Oh man, Canada. What else do you guys have that's so unique to Canada that we don't have over here? Besides your gravy. Gravy.
Do I know about Fremont Troll? Sounds familiar, but I can't really remember.
Who's trolling?
We don't have any Dunkin' Donuts on the East Coast. Yeah, but you're like literally an island, Ollie. So Canada.
We don't? I thought we did.
There are a few scattered around, but
okay.
My Timmy's experience it better. Yeah, they said there was one there and there wasn't, and I got all depressed and I went into a corner and cried, and Mikey had to come and see me.
It's quite a story.
Okay.
Ultimate Judeo. What's this?
Ask Neil about Timmy's. Oh, we did that one. Sorry, go
Oh,
ahead.
yeah.
What's this one?
Biblically, God exists. Sure. Spider-Man exists in the comics too, but so what?
Yeah.
You know?
Oh
Anyway.
my gosh.
Good stuff. So that
Anyway.
brings me to my next one here. Is why do you hate God so much, Neil?
Tell us.
I think he's a horrible character,
Oh.
and I don't hate him. Obviously I don't think he's real.
There you go. There it is.
I hate him in the same way
but...
I hate Voldemort. Right? Like he's just a shitty character. He's an asshole. He kills everybody, including babies. If he's real, he's got a like. There was something written on the wall. I think it was Auschwitz in the Holocaust.
Oh yeah.
It says if God is real, he's got a lot of explaining to do.
Yeah.
He's going to have to beg for my forgiveness.
I think that's what. Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah.
So, if he's real, like, why isn't he stopping priests from raping children? You know, if I could give him one thing to demonstrate his existence,
just one,
you know, stop that, right?
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Feed the hungry kids, right? Like, was it Sam Harris once said, 9 million children a year die that shouldn't die in horrible situations, right? Like,
God watches,
right? Yeah, and he sits by and goes, like, with his bag of fucking God popcorn and fucking watches all this shit happening.
I did this. Look at me. I did this.
Yeah.
I made this show. Yeah.
So yeah,
what a piece of shit.
So fuck that. Like, if he actually exists, then do something with this infinite fucking power you allegedly have. And the whole thing that I think that struck me the most, and I figured this out a long time ago, and it actually pissed off my Hebrew school teacher because I was raised Jewish.
There it is.
Born to Catholics, and then given up for adoption and raised by Jews. So that must be part of God's plan.
Definitely.
But anyway, one thing, it's like, okay, one thing I figured out.
Hold on, Neil. Sorry, Aunt Jur here has a great comment. God popcorn is fried foreskins. That may be the most accurate comment we've said about God on this show. That is awesome. He definitely would have fried foreskins, just popping it up. Sorry, go ahead, Neil.
Neighbor in Seattle.
Okay.
Anyway.
So you said to your Hebrew teacher.
Sure. Anyway, yeah, so I said, look, if because she always used to go on about how God is all-knowing and stuff like that, like we hear often. And one thing, and I got put in the hallway for this, I think my mom had to come take me home, too. I said, if he's all-knowing, then didn't he know that Adam and Eve were going to fail in the garden and eat the fruit?
Well, they don't like that question.
But he went ahead with it anyways. So it's a setup. That's what it is. It's a scam. Right?
Yeah.
It's like now I say, don't be a victim, people. Don't buy that bullshit. Don't be a victim, because you literally are if you believe that shit.
Yeah. Did you ever fall into it? Were you like a hardcore believer, or you just kind of went through the motions?
I would say more so than just going through the motions. I believe that there was some sort of higher power, right? I thought, well, I was on that, train of thought where, all of this can't just happen. But yeah, it can. And there's reasons how and why it can. But, so I thought, well, somebody's got to be, out there in control of this sort of stuff.
Right.
I kind of believed that for a long time, even to the point where I was like, but I don't like these standard Western belief systems, or Islam or anything like that, because they seem so harsh. So I went on the pagan path and tried to, I was Wiccan for a while. I was, I called myself a druid for a while, which is just silly. But,
you're so cool, Neil.
I even have, I thought I was a vampire for a while. I even have fans that I used to put in. Yeah.
Oh, did you suck anybody's blood?
No. Well,
okay. Did you try? Oh, well.
We won't go there. This is
okay. Let's not go there.
So anyway,
it's a family show. Fucking hey, man.
Yeah, exactly.
So no werewolf or anything. Just vampires and paganism.
Yeah, I thought. I got into all that kind of stuff. The dark side, I guess you could say. But
yeah,
but even then, I wasn't fully convinced of that shit either. Like I tried spells and stuff, and none of them ever fucking worked. Right? Like,
weird, right?
Yeah.
No matter how much faith and belief you got.
Fuck this. I'm an atheist. Actually, told my Hebrew school teacher once, probably towards the end, just before my bar mitzvah, I said, I think I'm more atheistic than I am a believer. And she said, "Oh, that's not very good." I said, "Says you." Right? So,
well, convince me then, damn it. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
And
we lost Stacy.
We lost Stacy. She'll come back. She'll be back. Loving the show, says Stacy's mom. Thank you, Stacy's mom.
Hi, Deneen. I guess they're not allowed to have atheist shows up in Kelowna there, so they cut the feed.
Yeah. These evil atheists. So the name of the show.
Big get together.
Go ahead. Well, big get together.
We had a big get together up when I was up there visiting my dad up in Summerland. So we had Godless Mom out there and her husband.
Oh, wow.
And we had Stacy and Deneen came up, and we had Nate and his partner Jamie come up, and it was a great time. All of us got together and had a great time. Awesome
sauce. Yeah, it's always good when the atheists get together and can blaspheme in person. It's always good. Aaron Coalson gave us $5. Where's my cowbell, Wes? Ding, 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 ding. Woo! After talking to so many ex-believers, what advice would you give to current believers? Oh, great question, Aaron.
I would say, look into it. I would say, listen, get to the root of where these religions formed. Get to the story behind how they came into existence. Start looking there, because you think as a believer, you'd want to get to know that sort of thing. Well, how did my religion start? And get into that. Look into how these things started. And once you get into that sort of thing, that's something else I learned is early Judaism, before it was technically Judaism. They had a pantheon of deities, right? I mean, God had a wife. I mean, so and all these kinds of things going on.
Sorry, guys. My internet just totally went out, so I'm on my phone.
Oh, God. God's like, no.
Sorry.
You just look into the birth and the origins of your belief systems, and you might find some weird shit that's going to poke some holes in. I mean, if you're not looking to get out of your belief system, some people are, some people not so much, right? So, and I'm not here to pull people out of the nonsense. I'm just here to point some stuff out, and they can tackle it however they want. But definitely look into the origins. Look into the origins of belief systems and religions and see, how they form. No, I'm not.
Do your homework.
Yeah, but definitely, definitely, that's a great way to find out about how it all started.
Yeah, for sure. Step outside that bubble.
Yeah.
Don't be
afraid to question.
No.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Be afraid to question. Even if you get looked at like you're the devil, because that'll happen. Don't be afraid to question. And
nothing wrong with that.
Right. If the people that surround you aren't willing to talk about that and willing to answer these questions, find people that will and talk to you about it. Right. Because we're out there. And I'm not saying talk to atheists. I'm saying talk to other philosophers or religious people or whatever. Talk to people that will talk to you about this. And hopefully you see that it's all made up nonsense and you find your way free. And then you can come and talk to me on my show.
That's a great idea.
Neil V's guests, everybody. Deconvert. Not for the better of humanity, but for Neil.
I will be off for December. Like there won't be any shows during December because I'm just going to be traveling quite a bit. So I'm going to be off all over the place. So I didn't really have any timeline where I was comfortable setting something up. But I will be on till the end of November. I still have a few holes to fill in. Wait a minute. Okay, that sounds bad. But I still have spots to fill.
Oh,
Is it so bad though? I don't know.
Depends what you're into. But yeah, so if anyone out there hasn't come on and shared their story, I'm always open to having people on and sharing your story. It does help people. I get emails all the time. Right?
Yeah, I was going to ask, have you got a lot of feedback from viewers and like?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Even when I went to like some of the events, stuff like that, because I've been to a couple of Faithless Forums and I've been to the Better Conference, and just meeting people around town here, and people said, "Oh yeah, man, your show has really helped myself and a friend of mine or whatever." Right? So
yeah,
we didn't realize there were so many people out there that weren't believers, and that it was a safe space to go to and talk about this sort of stuff. And I said, "Oh yeah, it's always I try to be as safe a space as I can." Right? But,
so motivational to keep going though, man. Every time I hear the same thing, it's like, "Oh, you're doing, oh no, thank you, blah, blah. Okay, fine, I'll do another episode. Let's keep going." All right, somebody's listening, so we'll keep going. For sure. So the name of the show. Oh, sorry, Stacey. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I like how you do the after parties too. Like,
yes,
I really like that. I like how you introduce the people that you have on your show to other members in the community, because like you said,
it's important.
You when you've left that belief system, you've kind of left a lot of relationships at times. And so I found that so helpful when I came on your show and then meeting people, because now I feel like, oh, I see them online and stuff. I'm like, oh, I know them, and they kind of, you just know each other, and it's just a really nice thing that you do that is a perfect touch. So I know everyone talks about the deconversion stories, but I really like that you include that, like, hey, we're going to come and just support you, and here's people that have your back. Yeah. So
it's about, it's building the community, right? And so once you get to know more folks that are in the community, it does help quite a bit.
It really does, because you're kind of nervous.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I haven't been nervous in a long time.
No, well, like for me, I was so nervous the day that I was coming on your show. Like, oh my goodness. I prepped and I was so nervous. And then I did it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just did that. And I can't believe I just talked to all these people afterwards. And oh, I guess I have friends now.
You certainly do.
Part of a community. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's been amazing ever since. So
that's great. That's great. Well, I'm glad I was able to help you out there a little bit and get a lot of it. Well, that's why I do the after parties, is to show that we do have a community, and we're all pretty wacky people, but we're all pretty cool people.
But you have that connection for the most part. Everyone's been through something like this and coming out of it, and so you have that bond right away. So even if you don't know everyone's exact story, okay, you understand where we're coming from. So
sure.
Yeah, and I've gone back to listen to people's stories. Like I've gone to listen to Michael's on your channel, and
right.
Yeah.
Jeez, Michael, that was a long time ago now.
That was so long ago, Neil. Holy cow! I know it was your favorite guest, but
nobody compares to you.
That belligerent guy with no hair, that guy. No. So the name of the show, I've been trying to ask you this one. I want to get this one across.
Sorry.
Why did you name it Neil 604 Atheist? What were the other ones you were throwing up? What made you decide this one? How did that happen? I got to know.
Well, the name of the show is actually Deconversion Stories.
No shit.
Yeah, it's Deconversion Stories.
I always thought it was Neil 604 Atheist. The whole thing was just
that.
No, it's now it's with.
I've even been on the show.
For Atheist and Mikey Famine is now not just my producer, also a co-host.
So the name of the show, Deconversion Stories. Were there any other?
Stories with Neil and
I don't know how I missed that.
So the name.
Any other ideas you were throwing out? Anything like that?
No, I knew what it was going to be right away.
That's awesome. I
said, all right, I'm doing Deconversion Stories because I think they're important. I think they need to be heard, and I think people need to hear them. So, so I got on there and I started doing it. And a bunch of the people that I'd already been hanging out with in different, I think the one that really got me to start doing it, other than what Seth was doing the same type of show, was my friend, another freaking atheist, whose name is Don Michaud, who lives in Kamloops, by the way. I went up and visited him, and we went live with a whole bunch of other atheists, including frustrated atheists and stuff like that. And Russ, who's frustrated atheist, was my very first guest on the show. And then I had other friends like Duke Bonanza come on, and Lavender Lady, Diana, and many, many folks through that helped me get the start.
That's awesome.
And then all of a sudden, people were like, "Hey, I heard you do these deconversions. I'd like to come tell my story." It's like, holy shit! And I'd only done maybe a dozen to 20 in that range. So,
wow.
and that happened for like a long time. I still do get emails, but of course, I think after 400 something episodes, I think I've covered all the people that I usually know in the sphere. Mm-hmm. So now it's like grabbing strangers. Like I just another guy who is on TikTok and YouTube. He does YouTube Shorts. He's a comedian. Who's going to come on? Coming up, I think is it this Thursday or the following Thursday? I can't remember.
Atheist comedian? Not too many of those.
He's, I'll be honest. I don't even know if he's a full-on atheist. I know he's not really a believer because he pokes fun at believers. But his name is Nathan Timmel. And on the 15th he'll be on. So see, I still have like the 17th open, the 22nd open, the 24th open, the 26th open.
Well, does Mikey help you get guests? Mikey, you need to
sometimes, yeah.
Get on that,
I don't
Mike.
think he's listening anymore.
Oh, okay. I can't see the chat.
He's doing his own
I'm
shit.
on my phone now, so.
Oh no. Oh, Skeptic Haven says, what other creators, people in the community were you most excited to meet besides obviously us two here? And is there anyone you still haven't met?
Oh yeah, there's folks I still haven't met that I really would love to meet, or at least have on the show. Mm-hmm. I mean, I was even able to get Hemet Med on the show. Not for a full hour. I think we went like 45 minutes or something.
Okay.
And he couldn't do the after party. Hemet's a busy guy. And I'm not going to argue with a Jeopardy champ, right? So,
oh my gosh, that was so cool!
Right? Like he won, I think, one of the shows there. So
wow, I'll have to watch that. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's great on there. Hemet's a great guy. He was a Jain. He came from the Jain faith. So,
do you guys have a different Jeopardy than we do out here?
No.
Nope.
Oh, we have.
Okay. I don't know if there's a Canadian Jeopardy or something. Like I don't know. You never know.
That's a good question. We do have
could be someday
shows, but yeah.
Well, I think you should start one. It's about time.
It's a boot time. Hey, let's get her done.
Cat says he's just a big teddy bear in a bandana. Aww.
My secret's out.
Damn it.
Teton Uranus. Titan says, well, you haven't offered, man. I've been asking for how long?
Oh.
Get on the show, Titan.
Have you had any favorite guests on? Somebody that just kind of blew it all out of the water. I mean, besides us two, of course, again.
Mm-hmm.
I think there are definitely been guests that have left real impressions. Like I had a fella from the Philippines. His name was Humanobo. And I was surprised he came on and actually showed his face and stuff.
Oh wow!
Because he's ex-Muslim and he could be killed for it.
Wow!
He promised me he was away from that scenario where he would be. So I was like, okay. And I still see him from time to time pop up. But just make sure I had with him. Yeah, I do. I ask him from time to time. And Eric Murphy was another one that kind of stuck with me because him and I had very similar sorts of backgrounds. Both adopted, and other things, but so we shed a couple of tears on that one. So Eric and I, we've become quite good friends since I spent last year's Thanksgiving at his house with V.
Wow.
Yeah, and Drew was there, genetically modified skeptic, and a few other.
That's so
other folks.
Cool.
Yeah, it was really nice, and of course, Thomas. I stayed at Thomas's house, so.
Okay, would you?
This guy.
Well, he had the room, so.
I remember when we went for dinner and you were telling me like, oh yeah, genetically modified skeptic. Oh, Thomas Westbrook, Aaron. I was like, you need to stop because these are all the people that I watched while I was deconverting before I knew all these people.
Just name dropping this
blowing
guy.
my mind.
I don't know. I'm friends with all of them, so it doesn't feel like name dropping to me.
No, I know that. But please plan a conference and please have them come.
I will. Oh yeah, they'll come fucking for sure. I'll get them up here, no problem.
That's awesome.
One way or another.
Question from Stacy's mom, real quick here. Neil, have you ever interviewed a former Satanist?
Oh.
Well, actually, no.
Great question.
I haven't.
That's a good question.
Simply for the reason that most Satanists are atheists and don't actually believe in Satan.
Okay.
It's a good reason.
Stay tuned.
That's why. Now, Luciferians, on the other hand.
Okay, yeah.
Luciferians, on the other hand, I have yet to have an ex-Luciferian on. But I'm always, I don't really think I've even seen any out there advertising that they're ex-Luciferians.
I might have to Google that one. I'm sure there's a chat group somewhere.
Maybe.
It's gotta be.
But that would be interesting. I mean, I've had ex-gurus on. I've had ex-Scientologists on.
Oh, wow.
I've had almost all the
things.
branches.
All the flavors.
So,
do you have a favorite flavor?
Do I have a favorite? Oh, chocolate anything.
There it is.
Well, maybe not anything, but
chocolate Nutter Butters.
Yeah, baby. Best combination ever, chocolate and peanut butter. And for Ollie down there was saying, "Oh, you got to try peanut butter on a hamburger, like a bacon burger type thing." And I was like, And I finally tried it.
I don't know about that. Is it good?
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ollie doesn't know what hockey or snow or
say it, Michael. Say it.
Poutine.
I wanted him to say it.
Poutine. It's actually pronounced.
Thanks, Stacy.
Poutine.
What is poutine?
I was gonna say, do you know what that is?
Like the guy from Russia?
Oh.
Putin?
No.
Well,
okay.
I don't know. What is it?
It is.
Michael Titan says, he says, the proper name for people who believe in Satan is Christians.
Christians. There it is. There it is. Nice job,
yeah.
Titan. Absolutely.
Poutine, or it's French fries. Poutine. It's actually pronounced Putin, right? I think.
Poutine, yes. Yeah,
but
Poutine.
we say poutine because we're not saying it right.
But
But
such a weird word.
Yeah,
savages.
It's French, and it's French fries with cheese curds and gravy. It's so good.
That's a real thing. Oh man, I'm coming to Canada for some poutine. Holy
Poutine
cow.
shack in Toronto where they have 130 different toppings you can put on them.
Shut up.
From pulled pork to chunky bacon bits. European smoked sausages.
Oh my gosh.
Anything all over on top.
I have not eaten dinner yet. Thanks.
I know, me either. I want poutine so bad now.
I'm drinking mine.
Oh my gosh. Come here for the poutine and the maple syrup.
Yeah.
Real maple syrup.
Is the maple syrup different? How's it different?
It's so good. It's
literally.
I don't know how maple syrup is maple syrup. Like what?
Walk up. No. You have stuff that they call table syrup.
Yeah.
Aunt Jemima.
Like Aunt Jemima. Yeah.
That is not what we use.
If it's
that's
not
real syrup
that's shaped like a maple leaf, it's not real syrup.
Oh damn it.
Yeah. My mom carries it in her purse.
No
I
way.
have a little one too.
No.
You do? She carries it in
Canadians.
her purse.
It's empty now. But...
to put in her coffee at coffee shops. Like, we are so Canadian. Yeah.
You put syrup in your coffee.
I do every morning.
You guys are blowing my mind right now. No creamer? You guys don't use creamer?
Oh, no. Not creamer. No, I use real cream and real maple syrup.
Oh.
Yeah, cream, but not creamer.
Creamer. Yeah, no, like French vanilla, pumpkin spice.
No.
I got peppermint mocha right now. No?
No.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Mike?
That's a long story. That's a whole nother show, Neil. Maybe I'll come back for that one on your show.
Special episode. What the fuck is wrong with Mike?
Oh my gosh.
I'll watch that.
Oh.
Oh man, you Canadians are so funny. So, do you have any upcoming projects or anything for us? Anything new? Any new podcasts? We're all fucked, anything like that?
We're all fucked. Welcome to the We're All Fucked. But I
Love that show.
will be this coming Saturday around noonish. I think around. Well, you should be there probably a little bit before noon. My very good friends at Left at the Valley.
Oh yeah, shit! I'm on that too.
Are doing the Recovering from Religion fundraiser, and as most people know, if they actually look in the description box of my shows, I have multiple places where you can get help from, people that know what they're talking about if you've deconverted or having problems. And
Great
one of them is Recovering from Religion.
Okay.
And so I'm going on for 15 minutes, and they say it's supposed to be like you donate something that people can bid on. It's like an auction kind of thing. And
thanks, Wes.
will be donating my time to do like a voiceover for somebody or a channel opener or something like that. So if anyone wants to get that from me, then you can go there. And
that's cool.
That's awesome.
I like that.
My buddy's like, yeah, I'll throw like 15 cents in there. I'm like, oh, you dick.
That is so cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's pretty much, I think, for now. Shit ton of dental work as I'm getting like crowns and stuff. Yeah,
getting all your wisdom taken out.
Well, they're all done now. I had the 2 taken out yesterday, and I still think it's funny that the dentist was laughing. He goes, "Oh, you didn't book tomorrow off?" I'm like, "No,
you're gonna need it.
You probably should have."
Oh no,
probably should have. Oh well.
Yeah.
That's right. I made it through the day, and I'm actually starting to feel better. And I think it's because of you guys. So.
Oh, man.
I'm glad we could help.
It couldn't be the whiskey in that giant cup of yours at all, right?
Who told you?
Or the tea
You did before the show, remember?
I kind of wanted to do, being a Lego collector, I have some fake Lego here.
Here we go.
So I'm a big fan of anime, right? So, yeah, I got a One Piece figure right here that I'm going to slap together real quick.
Oh, man. First time on the show.
Oh, okay.
This is it.
So, it's I think
first Lego build.
Luffy D. Monkey's one of his I guess levels, you could call it.
So that One Punch anime?
No, that's Saitama and holy shit, how does this even work?
There's a reason we don't do Lego builds on the show here. I don't know. Maybe there's a reason.
Well, these are
my kids are good at
Lego.
It.
Same, yeah. The kids love Legos.
Yeah.
Oh man, Lego's the best, dude.
Yeah. Stepping on a Lego, it hurts, but it's not as bad. It's not as bad as like a Godzilla toy. Like when I was a kid, I had a Godzilla toy and I always stepped on that damn thing and wow.
Really? Try stepping on the Batman mask.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
There we go.
Those Hot Wheels with the pointy things on it. Oh my God, kids.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it sucks. There we go.
Boys.
Noise with dirt, my wife calls them, and it's so true. They're just noise with dirt.
Yeah.
Noise with dirt. Yes. That's the best.
It's so true. I got a pile of dirt in my hallway right now. They just walked in from outside. It's just like, God, come on, guys.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's so much fun.
We're almost there.
Almost there. Drum roll, please.
Yes, we should have been timing this.
Also on that Saturday, we're going to have Seth Andrews. I think Matt Dillahunty's going to show up as well. It's going to be a big bingo night. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to give away a signed copy of my book. That's part of my prize thingy. Last question. What would you say to your younger self, Neil? Ooh.
Well,
3 words. You only get 3 words.
Well,
stay the course, young sir. Stay the course.
That's too many. That's too many.
Right, there
Canadian math. Canadian math.
It's different.
There you go.
There it is. We did it. Oh, I love it. Thanks, Neil. All right, Neil, any closing arguments, statements, sayings, puns?
Closing arguments? No. say, you know what? Yeah, we're
Where can we
only here for a
find you
short
at,
time,
too?
folks.
Throw that in
So,
there.
yeah, no worries. We're only here for a short time, folks. So be good to one another. Right?
I like it.
That's what I try to instill, is try to be as decent a person as you can. I know there's some people that you really want to punch in the face, but back off. Go have a chill. Yeah.
It's okay to punch a Nazi as far as I'm concerned. I don't know. That's where I'm at.
Learn to count.
3 words. Well, we're not mathematicians. We're atheists, damn it.
Well, I'm a chemist. That count?
Kind of.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I say. Just, treat each other with respect as much as you can. I know sometimes you feel that people don't deserve it, but, most of the time they do. So with a little bit more respect, we can get along a lot better here, and try to make the place better for everybody. And just look for this name on the YouTubes there. 604 Atheist on Twitter, Neil Bernstein on Facebook. I'm now on Counter Social, also as 604 Atheist, in case Twitter implodes. So
Counter
Social.
Social.
On Counter Social. Yeah, it's a new one. And now there's Mastodon as well, which I'm probably going to jump onto at some point.
Interesting.
My friend Courtney has done that.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's another.
Thanks, Neil.
It's very similar. Yeah, man. Counter Social. It's good. I like it so far. I haven't really done a whole hell of a lot on there, but it's still it's fun. I'm getting some followers.
Good. Well, hopefully this will get you some more, get you going, keep you going. Don't stop what you're doing. I know don't plan on it, but we all love it. Stacy, take us out in a prayer, would you?
Okay. Would everyone please bow their heads?